Hey there, my name is Pravus and welcome to more oxygen not included in the super duper grouper base. Today is the day, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to go into space. Had to make a very small modification to the rocket, which I have renamed as the Intrepid here. Had to add in a quick oxidizer tank. This is going to take the liquid petroleum, create enough oxygen to actually, get a spark and combust this stuff in order to go out of the engine. So this just takes a bit of solid oxalite. I had some of that to spare. So we are set. Now we should be ready to go into space. If I take a look at the nose cone, we can actually see a checklist of everything you need in order to launch a rocket. So we've got everything as far as construction. That's fine. We are fueled. We have our oxidizer set. All we need to do now is get a crew and have the pilot board. Now, here's the problem. We don't exactly have any good pilots available because I've not gotten very lucky with my duplicate printing. We have not found a viable pilot up to this point. Would have been really nice to find somebody with the starry-eyed skill, but oh well, so be it. So, out of the two people we've got, it's pretty much just going to be Alpha or Red Velvet Kitty. These are my two viable options if my goal is to just do a little bit of research in space and then come right back. They both have an equal piloting skill of 2 now that Alpha has gotten leveled up to rocket piloting 2 over here. So at the end of the day, Red Velvet Kitty has 21 science and 27 athletics. Alpha has 23 science and 20 athletics. Yeah, it's actually probably going to be Alpha. I think Alpha's going to be the one who goes into space, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, good. That's, yeah, she's going to be thrilled in the Discord. Okay. So, Alpha, yep, congratulations. You are going to be my crew. Let's assign you as my pilot and begin the launch sequence. As far as where we are going, it doesn't have to be anywhere in particular. We can't really do anything with this excursion module. I don't have the right stuff attached. There's not really any point in going to the planetoid until we have a Trailblazer or rover module. And I don't really have any point in going to the sandy ore field. So we might as well go somewhere random in space, and we can turn around and head right back. But we'll do some science in the meantime. I think that'll be fine. So, Alpha, where are you? There you are, in your spacesuit and everything, looking nice and happy. Okay, here goes nothing. Ooh, we can see there's actually some steam coming up from the rocket. It's looking all ready. It's all wriggly. It's all wriggly! All right, hop on in, Alpha. So let's take a quick look in here. You're going to head into the rocket control station. Or maybe you are not. You're idle. That's weird. Let's go ahead and just hook up everything we're going to need as far as this, because that could play a bit of a role. We'll turn on the light as well, get everything wired. Remember, the goal here is to launch into space, then disable the rocket control station and start doing a bit of science. And we'll rebuild this when the time comes. The good news is I know that Alpha will be able to handle it. So, when do you launch? Unreachable module, unreachable storage. Pardon-moi? Where? Cannot reach the storage rocket, blah, blah, blah. I don't really think I see the problem here. What's stopping us? The issue is that for some reason, Alpha is considered not permitted to work at the rocket control station. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Of course you can. I've got you selected here as the pilot. Oh, wait, I think it might be the priorities. Is it? Hang on. Piloting, rocketry. Alpha, where are you? I bet you this is it. Hang on. I turned everyone off from this, didn't I? Yep, that's it. Hang on. All right, Alpha. Yes! Okay, I was an idiot. Wah! Why did the background just change? Hold on, I wanted to watch this thing actually launch. There we go. Okay. Launch the rocket! Oh, God, you guys should probably, not be here. Hang on! Don't die! Don't die in the exhaust! That'd be horrible! All right, off we go. Yes! Whee! Okay, the rocket is, in fact, in space, and in just a few cycles, we'll be out here. Can we possibly change this to add on a bit extra this way, and then turn it around? I guess we'll have to turn it around later. We could also just do an orbital pattern, actually, now that I think about it. Wouldn't that be better? Yeah, you know what? Let's just stick in orbit. Orbit sounds like a good idea. All right, Alpha's gonna turn things around. That's no problem whatsoever. Once we have a good pattern to us, I think we just go ahead and disable this thing and let her do a little bit of science. So we will deconstruct. Alpha, can you please unequip your suit? That is not necessary. Bada boom. She's super duper happy in space, I'll tell you what. All right. So that's taken care of. Then we want to start doing some science at, was it a station? Yes, the Orbital Data Collection Lab. Go ahead and get this sucker built up. We've got plenty of plastic, so it shouldn't be a problem at all. And it looks like she's going to be in flight for at least 3 cycles before I have to rebuild that to, redirect her and actually turn the rocket or something. All right, we're built here. Now, let's make some data banks. Alpha, please start working on plastic data banks. Look at her go! Hang on, I'm gonna slow this down because this is actually a fun little animation. That's right. You jump off that little thing, huh? Oh, we got smack in the face. Whack it with the butt. Out goes the cube. And lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, we have created our first round of plastic data discs. It's gonna take a long time to make the many, many, many discs that we are going to need to finish off all of our science, but Alpha's doing the job remarkably well. I know, I'm as surprised as you are. And when Alpha is done with her work for the day, she just takes a little bit of a party out in space. Come on, let's be honest, that would be pretty awesome to do. She's gonna wash her little handsies on the hand sanitizer, just like so, and then we got plenty of berry sludge, which is not going to be expiring anytime soon. And bada bada boom, she's gonna be nice and happy. Perfect! Oh my gosh, guys, I love it when a plan comes together. It's a great rocket. Well, while she's doing all of that, let's take a look at the rocket site here. Looks like the carbon dioxide is still trying to vent out into space, little bit out over this direction. Let's go ahead and finish up the drywall here so that I can actually turn this into a fully sealed off area if I want to. I don't dislike the idea of being able to pump this full of oxygen and turn it into a workable room at some point in the future, but it's not absolutely required. I also wouldn't mind having a bunker door or two. What do you actually have to build these things out of? I'm guessing steel? Yeah, they're fairly expensive at that too. We can set up a couple of little bunker doors, kind of like this. The spacing actually isn't exactly perfect, but okay. We'll do something kind of like this here, and the idea is, whenever the rocket's not actively in use, we'll be able to just close this up and protect it from any meteors. Oh, look at Alpha go to work, and she's so thrilled about it too, which is just awesome to me. Love it. All right, you know what, Alpha, I'm happy for you. I really am, I am. We've got 13 databanks, I'm loving that too. You're doing a great job. How much plastic did I bring along? Oh, you know, like 4,000 kilograms. We can definitely make a load of databanks. If we don't come back with at least a few dozen, I'll be sad. But theoretically, we should have enough materials to just leave her here in space for a very long time, if we wanted to, and make hundreds of this stuff. So you mean Alpha could be gone from the base for, like, literally dozens and dozens of cycles if we wanted? Oh, and there was much rejoicing back home. What else do we want to research in the meantime? We could start working on things like solid management. So let me do some filtering for the conveyors, plus a cargo bay, if you ever find some cool stuff in space and want to bring it back. Some temperatures, high velocity transport, so we can launch things between planetoids. That's not a bad plan. What I really need is another rocket that's going to have some sort of a module in it that lets us start establishing a base on a separate planetoid. And or we need an exploration rocket, you know? Something that's able to like go out into space and actually discover the rest of the map, because right now, almost everything is still kind of very much a mystery. I can get to this planetoid already just by making use of the teleportation system. That's not as fun, but it could work. Oh God, Alpha, what's wrong? You're sick? Radiation sickness. Uh-oh. We can tell Alpha to get back into the Atmos suit. Does that save us? Let's see. Looks like you are gaining... Yep, you're definitely gaining rads per cycle here. Well, that's a problem. Huh. Wait a minute, how am I supposed to stop radiation in here? I didn't even think about that. Radiation, barely safe, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of radiation out here, it turns out. Hold on. This is actually a pretty huge problem. I did not think about this at all. Alpha, you know, this was fun. This is why we were doing a test flight before I committed too much into this. It is time to dismantle this and, head back home. I know. That's not nearly as fun as staying out here, but I really am not trying to get Alpha killed. So let's go ahead and get this thing rebuilt. Hop in there real quick. And can I redirect you now to go right back to the planet? Because that's kind of what I want. Don't abandon ship, that would be a terrible plan. One thing I could do that might help, maybe, is to create a new schedule specifically for Alpha and nobody else. This is just like the piloting schedule. And have you basically go to the bathroom more often than usual with little breaks. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm pretty sure you actually relieve a lot of rads the more often you go to the bathroom. So let's actually check this, because we should be getting to some downtime. Alpha apparently does not need to go to the bathroom. Dang it. Well, the bladder's pretty high. What's the issue here? Yeah, but you could go to the bathroom. What's wrong with this? Go to the bathroom. Oh, the problem is we actually used up all the water already. What? Already we used up all the water? Well, there was supposed to be more than that in here. I thought anyway. Right, so you can't use the bathroom. You are going to make a mess in a little bit. Oh, Alpha, this maiden voyage is not quite turning out the way that we had planned, I admit. Oh my god, these doors are opening so slowly. Just build this one wire. For God's sake, I've set it to an emergency job and no one's doing it. Why? Gosh, dang, you got to everything else. Why is this the one that's impossible? By the way, Endedu and Cannon Fodder, you're about to fall a long way. You probably should not be standing there, I'm not gonna lie. This seems like a really bad plan. Oh my god, it's taking so freaking long. This is ridiculous. This is why I wanted this thing to be powered, but why you guys didn't do it, I don't know. Come on, the door's open. There we go. Build the thing. It's set to an emergency. Build it. Oh my god, we've got power. Ah, the rocket's on the way. Ow! Everyone get out. Out, out, out. Okay, it's a good thing these people don't just die from the freaking flames coming here. Oh my gosh, that should have been instant death. Okay, cool. So, Alpha, you are... Why is this closing? No. Stay open. I didn't tell you to do anything. This switch was here for a reason, guys. Whee! All right, so, Alpha, our glorious hero. What a fun little adventure that was. Oh, going straight to the potty? Honestly, I can't say that I blame you. So I just want to check real quick. Absorbed 177.49 rads, right? That sounds about right. When you use the toilet, you recover a little bit. That's why I wanted to try that out. Okay, so how much did you lose? You lose about 100 rads? You just cured yourself of radiation sickness. Well, for frick's sake, why didn't you just do that sooner? That was great. Okay, all in all, that was not what we would call a perfect performance, but this is why we started with small rockets and we didn't commit too many resources. Alpha's fine. Alpha just needed a little time in the turlet, everything's great, and she did kind of make a big mess that we now have to clean up. That's disgusting, you've soiled our rocket. But, out of the arrangement, we got 25 databanks, so I mean, it kind of could have been worse. Okay, so what could we do in the future that would make this a little bit better? Well, we could add something onto the rocket to allow us to actually go to the bathroom. A small little liquid cargo tank or something, right? You just get some water in this thing. And we'll be able to use the bathroom more often. That could help to a degree. Hey, there's the artifact transport module I have been talking about. We could also instead work on getting some simple anti-radiation pills, like iodine tablets, that kind of thing. Yeah, basic rad pill, there we go. Pretty sure this is gonna allow us to absorb about another 100 or so rads per whatever cycle, 100 rads per cycle, I think, and they'll be fine, which is about how much they were getting before. So between this and going to the bathroom, Alpha would be completely fine to stay in space. Okay, at the apothecary, let's go ahead and create a few of these. Has to be taken daily. Let's just suppose we want Alpha to be up there for like 20 cycles or something, okay? Is anyone able to do this? It looks like Methos is delivering some stuff. We do need a doctoring skill, though. Somebody here has to have some doctoring skill, right? I'm pretty sure you do. Yes, actually, it's Pokemon Baka with a skill of 3. Yep, that's really good. J. John's 6, that would make more sense, or Bad Burrito. Yeah, tell you what, let's have you guys do the job instead. Sorry, Pokemon Baka, but a doctor you are not. What kind of stuff do we have here, by the way? Vitamin chews, germ resistance, immuno boosters, curative tablets for food poisoning. Allergy meds, medical packs, serum vial, zombie spores? I did not know there were zombies in Oxygen Not Included. What? Out of curiosity, are we able to actually bring this here? No, I'm pretty sure the only way that we can actually drop off some tablets is with a fridge. I know, but for some reason, all medicine is basically refrigerated of some sort, I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check that. Yeah, medicine's down here. So if we want to drop off the rad pills and just leave them in the nose cone, we're gonna need to get ourselves a fridge built up there, at least temporarily. How are you feeling now, Alpha, out of curiosity? Oh, you're doing great. No rads issues at all. Everything's looking fantastic. I mean, yeah, you may have picked up a couple tumors here and there, but I think for the most part, you handled it like a trooper, you know? And we got you out of there. I wasn't gonna leave you hanging. I think one thing that confuses me is why I wasn't able to get more use out of this wall toilet. We weren't in space for very long before we were completely out of water. This thing only takes like 2.5 kilograms of water, right? And with all of these pipes, I have like 100 or 200 kilograms. Oh. I had this connected Did we immediately vent out all of the water I had stored? I think that might be exactly what we did. Oh, dang it. That was stupid. But again, I say it's okay. This is all partly a learning experience, all right? I don't really do stuff in spaced out in this game. I don't know what I'm doing. I may seem like I know what I'm doing, but I haven't got a dang clue. Alpha's just lucky to be alive, okay? So maybe we can try another test run very soon. One thing I am gonna add on here is an artifact transport module. I kind of feel like, why not, you know? If we've got enough fuel, and we definitely had plenty of fuel to stay up there for a very long time, maybe we can just go ahead and pick up whatever this module thing is out here, you know? Give Alpha an actual purpose, and then while we're traveling, we actually can do, like, some space research. And with some rad pills, plus more potty breaks, I think she'll be just fine with the radiation. Oh, gosh, dang it, Foxy, why'd you just eat that? Somebody's been eating all the pills. Okay, hang on. Consumables, this stuff is not candy, believe it or not. That's not how you treat medicine. No one is allowed to eat the rad pills, please. Thank you. While we wait for a few of these rad pills to get manufactured before I send Alpha back up into space, let's go ahead and start building out a second rocket module. Not sure that I'm going to need it, but since it takes so long to build the darn things, I figure we might as well. And this lets me experiment a little bit more with different shapes and profiles to see what we can do. I'll also go for a little bit more localized power generation. So maybe a couple of these solar panels over here. Yeah, let's go ahead and toss that into the base. We're going green, boys. I mean, I'd argue we were already looking pretty green with the geothermal power plant, which, by the way, has been working beautifully. Very proud of how this turned out, but yeah. First, the solar panels is active. Looks like this thing is producing just shy of 300 watts of power. That's 300 joules per second. Now up to 291, so between both of these, we're getting a few hundred extra watts. That's something. I mean, it's not going to be anywhere near as good as a steam turbine down here, but 3 of them would be equivalent to 1, so I don't know. Now, the downside of placing these where I did is now the telescope's no longer useful. You can see it's blocked off right here, but that's completely fine. I wasn't really doing any more exploration with that telescope right now anyway. Okay, I think that might actually be everything. So, once again, we are going to change the crew. We've got Alpha. What are we missing? A destination. Yes, fair enough. Let's try going to whatever that retired thing is, and then is that everything? Yeah, we just need to get Alpha on board. No problem. Let's begin that launch sequence. Once again, Alpha. Come on, once more into the breach. You're ready for this. Oh, crud, the rocket's gone. I looked away for 1 second and it's already in space. Right, okay, Intrepid, come in, please. Alpha is passed out on the floor because I kind of did, disable the bed and also the toilet. Let's go ahead and turn those on. I was tired of people using them, okay? It wasn't for them. All right, how are we looking as far as water? Oh, completely fine. No issues whatsoever. Okay, hey, why can't I turn on power? Did you guys remove all the metal ore? Oh, lordy, you did. Not to worry, not to worry. As long as we can deconstruct this thing, all we have to do is get some more metal into the cockpit and we'll still be able to activate this. The wires already exist. It's just a matter of turning this option back on so I can reconnect them. There they are. See, just like that. Okay. Let me go back under stations and, yeah, you go ahead and start collecting some more goodies. Okay, and back to work she goes. We are well on our way to the Retire Planetary Excursion module. I have no idea really what to find here when we get here, but it is an artifact, and I've got a way of reclaiming it, so I'm hoping we find something kind of cool and useful. Now, one thing I should not forget, Alpha, you need to be able to take some of those anti-rad pills now. So I will manually say that you are allowed... Where are you? There you are. Boom. Take a pill every day, please. Don't get radiation sickness. You're already up to 31 rads and rapidly climbing. Why aren't you eating it? There, okay, apparently her animation was stuck, but she did take it, which means hopefully we're gonna find this going down a lot. But worst come to worst, what I can easily do is just reset Alpha down here to the rocket schedule, and as long as she goes to the bathroom twice a day, which I think she will do, we'll just go ahead and manually set it this way. That's 200 rads per day that she will be relieving naturally without any use of pills. And as long as she's getting less than 200 per cycle, which is exactly what she's doing, she'll be fine. Plus, I'm pretty sure you rejuvenate like 100 rads per cycle naturally anyway. So we shouldn't have anything to worry about anymore. She'll be fine. Hey! Hey! You stupid little shovel! You just dumped some regolith on top of my transit tube! Kill that thing. It's clearly getting in my way. Nighty-night, Alpha. How you doing there? You got popped eardrums. That's certainly not doing us any favors as far as your stress, but for the most part, we should be okay on that. And would you look at that, your absorbed rads are completely fine. Love it. Should be arriving at empty space in just a little bit. Tell you what, it's been fun to do this, but for now, let's go ahead and deconstruct it so I can properly stop the rocket. I assume it can stop on its own, but I'd hate to find out that I'm wrong and I just turn this into a generation ship with only one person, which means no generations. So you're just gonna, you know, die. But that's fine. Let's go ahead and rebuild the console control station. I want to find out what's gonna happen when we arrive at our destination. Maybe something cool. Maybe not. All right, hop on in there. Oh, look how happy she is. Whee! It is fun, isn't it? Yes, it is. You should be arriving in just a few seconds. And I think there's probably going to be some way of extracting this thing. Though admittedly, I don't know what it is. All right, we've arrived at the rocket. That's cool. So, now what? It's being it has been collected. Oh, really? Wait a minute, hang on. Is there any way to see this? No, I don't know of any way to see this. I want to look at the actual rocket, but it says here pretty clearly that it's been collected, right? How does it recharge, though? That's my question. Got no idea. And we don't even have a database entry on this sucker. Right, okay. Well, fine. Let's go ahead and change this and head back into orbit. And, of course, get right back to gathering up all that orbital data. Which, actually, now that I think about it, how are we getting orbital data if we're not in orbit of anything? That doesn't make a lot of sense, but okay. And yeah, we're having absolutely zero problems with rads at this point. I think we just go ahead and have one simple little potty break. Maybe she just goes during her downtime and that's it. I mean, what else is there to do here? It's not like there's any board games or anything on this stupid rocket. And yet she's so happy. It's the cactus, I tell you what. It's definitely the cactus. Let's see, gonna be another 5 cycles or so before Alpha returns, and in the meantime, she is very hard at work. We have produced 43 databanks so far, make that 44, about to be 45. I don't know, we actually might be able to produce like 100 or so on the way back home. This is actually going way better than I thought. You know something I just realized? I'm an idiot on this. Okay, hang on. Operating skill. That's what it takes to do orbital data collection. We're not actually doing research. We're operating a machine to generate disks, and the scientists back home will do the research. See, I just made an assumption that I thought would be very reasonable, but it turns out, nope, that was absolutely the wrong assumption. So, Alpha, you shouldn't have been my pilot at all. The good news is you actually have a reasonably good operating skill. So, it works out pretty nicely for me anyway, but even so... Oh, whoops. Actually, I'm pretty sure Alpha might have our best machinery skill. Better than Viola even. Well, actually the same level, I think. Yeah, 26 for machinery for both of them. Okay. Alpha, never mind, I take it all back. You were the perfect pilot. You know something that kind of concerns me about this pod? It looks like the oxygen pressure continues to drop for the most part. My question is where? Where is it leaking out exactly? Because I shouldn't have any way of removing any of it. I don't have anything hooked up to the outlet or anything along those lines. Yet somehow all the oxygen that was in my vents has been used up, and we've gone through about 300 summit kilograms of oxalite. So somehow atmosphere is leaking out of the rocket for sure. Very glad I brought along this oxalite. I was wondering if it would even be necessary. Definitely is. But the carbon dioxide isn't even having a chance to, like, build up here. So where is it going? What is filtering it out automatically? Well, we're about to run completely out of oxalite, so I think the time might have come to go ahead and land this. Let's deconstruct this puppy, get the piloting module back up and a-running, and then we're gonna head back home. Well done, Alpha. One really good trip here. Okay, bada boom, and then we could take the rocket, or I think we can just click on this and say, please land the rocket here. All right, Intrepid, down you go. Where are you? Are you coming? There you are. Oh, coming in for a landing. That's actually fantastic. Like, that's better than SpaceX. Stuck that landing perfectly. All right, so we should have some sort of an artifact in here, yes? An office mug. Wow, that was totally worth a run out into space. But like literally, what am I actually supposed to do with it is my question. I can sweep this thing away, sure, but like where is it gonna go? It's got decor value. Is that all it is? It's just a decoration for my espresso machine? Also, it's worth noting that landing the rocket destroys all of my automation cables, so I can't automatically open and close these things. Great, okay, well, that doesn't work. At least the power cables don't get destroyed. If that were the case, we wouldn't actually be able to get out of here. It would take, like, an entire cycle of waiting for the bunkers to come back. This is fine. All right, everyone should be grabbing all the databanks and bringing them downstairs. Beautifully done indeed. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is one successful foray into space to gather up some data. It was, not without its own set of peril. Alpha barely survived, but it's okay. We learned from the experience, we got better at it, and we did it better the second time. And now I should have enough databanks that we actually will be able to finish this research out eventually. Once the applied science stuff is done with rad bolts, and we'll be able to get an upgrade for our engine. With an upgrade for our engines and more weight available for our rockets, we probably could go on an exploration mission and try to discover some more of these unknown objects, look for a second planetoid, like maybe one down over here, and see if we could land some sort of a rover module to actually explore the planet and get it ready for dupe colonization. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If so, it has to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.